Hi everyone. Today I'll be doing my argument about why the government should inform people if the world is ending in 7 days. I believe that they should do this for two reasons. Number one, if the world is ending in 7 days, the government should tell us because it gives the people the control over their final moments. And number two, they should also do this because it increases the likelihood that humans will survive this catastrophe. So, firstly, my first contention that it allows us to control our final moments. If the government were to tell us of the impending doom, it gives us the control. And this is important because many of us want this. For example, a study conducted by a researcher named Poole in 2006, published by ncbi.gov, revealed that the majority of euthanasia requests in a hospital, the majority of that was due to the need for control over their final moments. In other words, people in a hospital who were dying asked for euthanasia because they wanted to control the circumstances leading up to their death and also the timing of their death. And the same principle also applies here. If the world were to end in 7 days, I would imagine that the majority of us would want to be able to control our final moments, right? I mean, imagine this scenario. Imagine that the government decided that they weren't going to tell anyone about this event, right? You likely wouldn't be able to spend time with your family, with your father, mom, uh, brother, sister. You wouldn't be able to repair your relationships. You wouldn't be able to tell that crush who you've had a crush on for years about how you truly felt. You're likely going to continue you're likely going to continue working or doing homework or doing something that doesn't matter because you don't know the world is ending in 7 days. And that's a little infuriating, right? For me personally, that sounds pretty infuriating, and I would imagine that to be the case for everyone else too. Number 2, number 2, if the government were to break this news, it increases the likelihood that yeah, humans will survive. Humans will thrive, yes. So, if the government were to tell people about this event, it's likely that many would try to find shelter, try to go to underground bunkers, underwater shelters. They'll be more prepared, as opposed to the situation of the government didn't tell them, right? If the government didn't tell them, it's likely that no one would be prepared, right? So compare the two. And an example of this would be I don't know if you guys remember this. In 2012, they said the world was going to end. When that news was announced, there were many, many different people who, bought shelters. They stocked up on food. They said goodbye to their loved ones or took them with them, right? They did that because they knew or they felt like they knew that the world was going to end. So in other words, if the government doesn't tell or inform the people that the final days of Earth are coming, then there wouldn't be any survivors because no one would be prepared. So again, to reiterate, my two contentions are that the government should inform people of this because it gives us control over our final moments, and it also increases the likelihood that humans will survive, or rather, the human species as a whole will survive.